When my children ask me about living through a global pandemic, I will tell them we found laughter in the cracks between helplessness and despair. We made memes and sang parodies of well-known songs and found so many rhymes for quarantine. I'll tell them we laughed even as we cried, that we cracked jokes when we shouldn't have, that we were irreverent and lighthearted, and that scared to our bones we made fun of the fear. I'll tell them everyone's life came to a screeching halt, so we made lists of all the things we had never gotten around to. We packed our bags and moved to the internet. When they ask were we scared, I'll tell them we found the wrong things to be scared of, that we stocked up on toilet paper and complained about senior prom and imagined those were the real terrors, that we called our grandmothers and great uncles and elderly neighbors and said, "Stay home." I'll tell them that was all we needed to say. When they ask me if life was weird during the COVID lockdown or the panic of 2020 or whatever name historians choose, I will tell them my friends still sang to me on my birthday. They did it on Instagram Live and the comments were flooded with kindness. I'll tell them someone baked me a cake, brought it to my house, and did not hug me. I'll tell them she didn't have to hug me. When they ask me what we did with our time, I'll tell them art became our safe haven, that we wrote poems and sang songs and binge-watched entire series. I'll tell them we had all the time in the world and we chose to create. Kids, I'll say, even the memes were a form of art and we clung to them because the world was too serious and we needed something mindless and universal to smile at. When they ask me about living through the very beginning of catastrophe, I'll say I took my dog for a walk at 7 a.m. on the first day that all of it felt really real. I sat in the park across from the school that was closed, and a woman jogging past was wearing a surgical mask, and I smiled at her. I'll tell them I wanted to make a weird day special because it was my birthday and nothing was normal, and I wanted to see the sunrise. I sat on the grass and waited, and no sunrise could be seen. It was far too cloudy, and there were houses in the way, and the light couldn't quite fight its way through the trees. But I had looked it up, and I knew that sunrise started at 7:46. So at 8 o'clock, I looked up at the disappointing gray sky and believed in a dawn I couldn't see. When my children ask me about hope, I'll tell them that the sunrise just didn't come that day. But I hugged my dog and took a selfie and smiled despite myself because I knew the truth. I knew that somewhere in the world there was light.